Hello, everyone. My name is Cellina. My life stage is adolescence, and my presentation is going to be about the effects of friendships during the development of an adolescent. To begin, the introduction. What is the adolescence stage? Adolescence is the life stage in which a person begins transitioning from childhood into adulthood. Adolescence typically occurs between the ages of 10 to mid 20s. This is essentially around the start of puberty to the age of 25, young adulthood. Changes occur in emotional, cognitive, biological, and psychosocial development. Friendships on an adolescent's emotional development. Adolescents experience emotions in high intensity, both negatively and positively. Support from friends may lessen the symptoms of depression within a developing adolescent. Close friendships have a significant influence on an adolescent's emotional state. For example, when an adolescent develops a strong emotional connection with their friends, those friends may provide support and create an environment that they feel safe to express themselves in. Speaking from personal experience, I remember in middle school I had a group of friends, and some of them I am still close to even now. They were there for me throughout everything, even hardships in my life, and they never judged, they just listened. Even though I have grown apart from some of them now, looking back on those moments where I felt supported really helps me realize that I'm not alone, even in the present. Friendships on an adolescent's social development. Adolescents during this stage tend to steer further away from familial support and more toward the support of their peers or friends. Friendships may affect the development of an adolescent's anxiety levels, meaning it can either get better or it could even cause it to be worse. It may even cause maladaptive social goals. For example, some may even have the goal of wanting friends simply to gain status or popularity rather than actually developing true emotional connections. Social norms and expectations may affect the confidence of an adolescent, and rejection by peers may cause an adolescent to feel more prone to withdrawing from familial support and even the support of their close friends. In friendships on an adolescent's cognitive development. At this stage, adolescents develop a better sense of perception, meaning they are able to perceive their peers' social cues and body language. And friendships have a lot of impact on this because social skills at this stage further develop as they interact with more people, meaning the people that they talk to every day in their lives, which would be their friends at this point. Adolescents during this stage also learn to better regulate their emotions. This also goes in hand with the friendships that they make, and those friends provide the emotional support and create environments that allow the adolescent to express themselves and therefore are better to regulate high emotional states such as anger or stress. For instance, I remember whenever I was stressed out about schoolwork, my friends were there for me and told me that everything would be okay. Even though they might not have known for certain if things would be okay, hearing that from other people that I cared about and in return cared about me really helped calm my nerves. Brain development during the stage occurs in the prefrontal cortex and limbic system. This is essentially affects the parts of the brain that aids the adolescent in decision making and emotional processing. Positive impacts of friendships on the development of adolescence. Having a good friendship can aid adolescents in developing a greater self worth, lower levels of depressive symptoms, less long term anxiety, and an amplified sense of identity. For example, when an adolescent feels safe and supported by a friend or friends close to them, they are more prone to being expressive emotionally and mentally. Having a strong support groups allow for opportunities to talk about how they feel and what they think. In fact, oftentimes friendships also help amplify traits of an adolescent that are already there within themselves, and it allows these traits to develop even further. This is the stage where adolescents start finding themselves, and friendships have a major impact that pave a pathway for those going through this stage. These influences also typically carry out into young adulthood and adulthood. Here we explore the negative impacts of friendships during the development of adolescence. Unreciprocated friendships may intensify social anxiety. So, previously in the other slides, we say that friendships may lessen anxiety, but it may also intensify the anxiety. It may also increase depressive symptoms due to isolation from peers, or may even cause isolation from peers and family due to things such as peer pressure in friend groups. So, if they are in this group of friends who they are supposed to trust more than anything, and they are, feel like they are being pressured into something that they don't want to do, it may make them feel like they have no one to turn to, not to family, and not to the people that they are supposed to trust. Bad quality friendships may cause maladaptive and unrealistic goals. Friendships on an adolescent's esteem. Friendships can help an adolescent develop a stronger sense of self identity, help them gain a sense of belonging, provide emotional support, and develop confidence. Friendships during this stage may heavily impact an adolescent's development of their self esteem. This can be either, again, positive or negative. Having a strong friendship helps an adolescent feel like they belong and may even prevent isolation, while having a bad quality friendship may cause the opposite. Depending on the quality of friendships, an adolescent's confidence and esteem may become even lower if those friends have bad intentions, are bad influences, or consistently putting the adolescent down. This is why having a strong support and a good friendship is so important in the emotional state and development of esteem for an adolescent. In conclusion, friendships can affect the development of an adolescent negatively and positively. Friendships may be able to provide strong emotional and social support that helps the adolescent develop more confidence, a stronger sense of identity, and even lessen the levels of depressive symptoms and anxiety. During the adolescent life stage, people tend to be vulnerable and emotions run high in intensity. So, feeling rejected by peers may amplify these anxieties, cause isolation from both friends and family, and affect their self worth. And here are the references that I used for my presentation Thank you so much for listening.